Good day everyone, this is Alvin again from the Philippines and welcome to my top 10 favorites for Mister Brasil 2023. Welcome, and I am super excited to talk to you about my top 10 favorites for Mister Brasil 2023. This is one of my favorite male national pageants and also one of the powerhouses when it comes to male pageantry. And I have to say, after looking into all the candidates competing this year, you certainly delivered. There's a lot of amazing candidates that I really love, and I really hope to see representing your country, Brazil, in an international competition. I have my personal favorites, and I am so looking forward to share them to you right now. And my top 10 is, I haven't seen how they walk on the runway. I haven't heard how they speak in an interview. So my top 10 here is just purely based on everything that I've read, based on what I've seen on their profile, the videos, the photos, and whom I think could represent Brazil very well in an international stage, knowing that the pageant is holding a lot of franchise when it comes to a lot of male pageants, Mr. International, Mr. Global, Mr. Supranational, Mr. World, and all other else. So here are my top 10. Again, this is just a personal choice. I haven't seen much, but still, I would love to talk about it. I loved so many candidates in this year's batch. Number 10. Mato Grosso do Sul, Marcos Akira. He's 28 years old and he is a doctor. I think his profile is excellent and he looked ready to do well when it comes to this pageant. His overall styling and look is just impeccable, and also his body looked amazing, and I won't even be surprised if she would do very well in this competition. I mean, he is a doctor, so his profile already speaks a lot about his personality and him as a person. Number 9 goes to ACRE, Isaac Pavia. He's 23 years old and he is in the field of physical education. I think one of the characteristics that I really look for in a male participant is that winning smile, and he's got a very charming smile that truly melts your heart right away. And if he'll be consistent all throughout the competition, I can see him making waves and could potentially pulling an upset in this competition. Number 8 goes to NOROESTE Paulista, Thiago Vieira. He is 31 years old and a bank officer. There is something about him that I really find captivating and magnetizing. I have checked his profile and there's something about him that tells me that he could be potentially one of our dark horses to win this year. There's just something in him that I cannot describe, but it's good. It's really good, and I am excited to see how he performed in the finals. Number 7 goes to Pernambuco, Matheus Barbosa. He's 23 years old and he is a model. He is actually very charming and one of my favorites this year in terms of look, body, and personality. He is very young though, so I am still looking forward to see more from him, especially when it comes to his resume. I wanted to see more because of course male pageant is also evolving and we are just looking beyond what you can offer aside from the beauty of face and the beauty of body. So I'm really looking forward to see what else you can offer, but physical aspect wise, my goodness, amazing. Number 6 goes to CEARA, Ygor Lobo. He's 26 years old and into physical education and modeling. I think he could be one of the top favorites in this competition, but I would love to see a bit more of that consistency in terms of styling and look. And if he could be able to pull something as strong as this in this swimwear shot, then he could be a top contender in the finals. Now let's go to my top 5 favorites. It's more of pageant-wise and personal choice. Number 5 goes to MINAS GERAIS, Arthur Seraphim. He's 22 years old, a model and an administrative assistant. He is one of my personal favorite. I mean, his beauty, physical beauty, is just my personal cup of tea. I felt like his face is carved to perfection. I mean, incredibly handsome for my taste. I love everything about his look. He's also got a very commercial type of beauty that could really work, and I would be extremely thrilled if he will be given the chance to compete international, because if he does, that means we'll get to see more of him, you know? So I would love to see him going international, representing Brazil internationally. So hopefully he'll deliver in the finals. Love him. Number 4 goes to Rio Grande do Sul, Amilcar Daniel. He's 23 years old and he is a businessman at the same time. He just nails it every time, whether in photos or in videos, and I think if he is given the chance to represent Brazil internationally, he can just immediately become a heavy favorite because of his looks, his charm, his physique, and his overall quality as a contender. Really the, what do you call this? The prototype of a Mister Brazil that we always get to see, that dominates male pageants. Love him too. Number 3 goes to Guanabara, Ruan Mendes. He's 26 years old and he's a model. Personally, I am not particularly a fan of his hairstyle for a male pageant contender, but he just changed my mind. I think it gave him his unique identity, his own personality, and in close-up, he looked amazing. He looked incredible. Much better than what I was expecting while I was browsing the photos. So he could be a real game changer, and he is one of my favorites too, and I think he could really do well if he will make it in the top 5. Number 2 goes to Amazonas, Edward Ogonia. He's 31 years old and he is an English teacher and a model. He's also mixed as a Brazilian and Nigerian. I really liked him. He looked great. He also speaks English fluently and seems very good as well in terms of public speaking. In fact, with everything that I've seen from him, I can see him fitting perfectly at Mr. Supranational, because that is the only male pageant that I can see that truly values the importance of public speaking. So when I heard Amazonas speaks and how he looks and how he looks and his personality, I think he's just perfect for Mr. Supranational. But of course, we'll just wait and see. But I really like him. Number 2. But my number 1, of course, my personal favorite, Zona da Mata Mineira, Matheus Fabian. He is 24 years old and a student of dentistry. I don't know about you, but to me, he is a dentist for a reason, because his smile is driving me crazy. I mean, he is gorgeous. He's just perfection in almost every way. And I think just to me, just to my personal taste, personal choice, I think he is the face of the competition. He's giving us that manly yet boyish charm, which is irresistible. And at the same time, I love how he has been very consistent about his looks. I mean, he never faltered. He never faded. He always stands out, at least to me. I'm not sure if that you see it that way too. I am dying to see him compete international because I don't want him to end his journey in Mister Brazil. I wanted him to go for more. I wanted to see more of him in an international competition. So I am dying and hoping that he will deliver in the competition and hopefully he'll win. I would love to see him in a big pageant. Also something as big as Mister Supranational. So hopefully he does. So here are my top 10 favorites for Mister Brazil 2023, and I don't really have an idea on who's the favorites in there to win, but these are my choices. So I would love to know your thoughts, so don't forget to leave your comments below. Don't forget to give a thumbs up and share the video as well. And most importantly, don't forget to subscribe because you'll be seeing more of these videos in the future. For now, thank you very much and have a wonderful day from the Philippines.